Hey guys, it's Mark again from Christ-Centered Fitness. Lately I've had a couple exchanges with people who've said to me that the biggest barrier to them making nutritional changes in their lifestyle is that they don't know specifically what it is that they're supposed to be eating. But of course, in situations like that, the question I'm most inclined to ask is if there's anything that they're currently consuming that they know from a health standpoint maybe they should be consuming less of. And the funny thing to me is that even though people don't feel as though they know what they need to be consuming more of, they most certainly can identify a few things that they should be consuming less of. And, people will say things to me like, well, maybe I should be consuming a little bit less soda than I'm consuming now. Or, maybe the container of Cheese Whiz that I'm eating at lunchtime isn't ideal for a meal. And maybe the bottle of wine that I'm consuming for dinner isn't a suitable substitute for actual food. These are things people can readily identify. So from my perspective, I don't really think that there are foods that are right or that there's a right way to eat, so to speak. I think how I tend to think of it is that there are foods that we should probably consume more of and foods that we should probably consume less of. The foods we should consume more of are ones that are whole, nutritious foods. In other words, primarily lean meats, plenty of fruits and vegetables, and then healthy grains like quinoa, rice, even some pastas can fit in there, provided, again, the quantities are correct. And the less of foods, well, we already know those. So what I would most often say to people is maybe we can focus on taking small steps to reduce the amount of the less of foods and increase the quantity of more of foods. So for example, someone who's drinking a lot of soda, I might say, why don't we go from 3 cans a day to 2 cans a day and maybe replace what you're taking out with adding something in. Or maybe if you're having Doritos for snack every night and you want something that's a little bit less in calories, you can have something with crunch like an apple, but it's going to be more nutrient dense and have fewer overall calories. So that's the kind of exchange. Note that I'm saying that you should switch one thing out for the other, not just take one out and live a big gaping hole that's going to leave you hungry. The other thing I'm not saying is that you need to completely eliminate anything, because the likelihood of that happening with something that you love is very slim. In other words, when someone says, I'm going to take out all the sugar in my diet, and then I think, realistically, that's going to last 2 to 4 weeks. And then when you go back to eating sugar, which is inevitably going to happen, you're going to consume far more than you did during the whole 4-week period where you avoided it, because you'll have created this intense craving. So it's really about, slowly taking out the things that aren't fueling us optimally and replacing those with more of the things that increase and improve our health. And over time, in doing that, you'll end up eating more nutritious foods, fewer of the less nutritious foods, and ultimately your body will respond in a positive way. So that's the general focus, and I would encourage you, instead of fixating on what is the right way, to focus on a better way. Take where you are now and aim for better. Small steps forwards will build long-term consistency and adherence to the plan. In other words, you'll be a better steward of your body. So I hope that helps you. If it does, please like, share, and comment. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Have a good rest of your week.